Yeah. Hello. How you all doing? Welcome
to Tarot Talk Tuesday.
Oh,
Is
dear.
it Tuesday already?
Yes, we're slightly discombobulated.
I promise
it's
you,
all
we
good.
didn't drink our lunch.
No, not yet. Anyway.
But we're excited today because we have a really cool card to show you.
We do.
Today's card is the Hermit.
Ooh.
It's a really interesting color. A lot of gray on there, a little bluish gray and some gray and some white gray.
Grey like Nancy.
So I guess I'm going to go first if that's okay.
But of course.
All right.
It's tradition.
So the Hermit is the Virgo card. And I really think it's gray on purpose. I think that it's telling you it's time to use your knowledge. You know, sometimes we kind of want to walk that center line, between black and white. Sometimes things aren't always just that black and white. And we try to mingle on that side, and then we try to mingle on that side and keep the peace. And I think the Hermit is trying to tell us it's time to choose. It's time to take a path. It's time to choose a direction. You know, that the middle path is nice, but sometimes you have to know that you've already accrued what you need and light the way in a direction that's going to put you in charge of something rather than just following the middle road. So in his lantern, he carries the light of the emerald tablet. And it looks like the Star of David, but you could also see it as the four elements. The triangle pointing up, the triangle pointing up with a line, the triangle pointing down, the triangle pointing down with a line. Or you could see it as a Merkaba, I suppose.
She's getting all alchemical.
But it's the light of the emerald tablet, which are the teachings of the thrice great Hermes. As you love, so shall you be loved. As you learn, so shall you teach. And I also see this card as talking about some sort of formal schooling that you will be accredited for. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a master's degree. It could be learning something and becoming a notary or something like that. But it's almost always some sort of formal schooling in a reading for me. Cool. And it's always about using your knowledge and picking a side, right? So the Hermit kind of tells us he's isolated. He's on the top of the mountain all by himself, The mountain that got climbed by the Strength card. He decided he's going to stay on top by himself because, the heck with humanity. But that's not really true either, because he is trying to light the way. So again, I see it as my Virgo card, attention to detail, and time to pick a side. What do you see in the Hermit?
It's really interesting, actually, because you mentioned mountaintops and stuff like that, and the colours. Yes, I know this is really, really spooky.
It's very staunch, isn't it?
Yeah. And when you were doing the work to come up with clay at the same time, Christopher was doing his tarot deck. And this is the Merlin, and this is so reminiscent of our character of clay. It's
he
unreal.
Carries the lantern. Yeah.
Oh, without doubt, Thayad is the light of it's the moon, but it's Thay's lamp. I'll try and say that in English. I love the cold sort of snow that he finds himself in here, but it's interesting because you would always go, when everybody goes on these epic quests or whatever to go and seek counsel with the wise one, there's usually a big climb involved, isn't there? Yes. There's usually a big climb, and this is significant of
reaching the light.
Yeah, and elevating your viewpoint. And this may be like listening to your higher self, because whenever this card comes up, I love this for me particularly. This is very much. Oh, he's making a jump for it. This is very much about innate wisdom, that which lies within yourself. And the Hermit, don't get him wrong, he is not a recluse. He's not a recluse, but he knows how to go within. He knows how to go within. And in fact, I know you're probably going to want to go back and talk more about his ideas.
Mary Kay Greer, we'll have to shout out to her, had pointed out his eyes are closed, and that's fascinating. Why does he need a light?
Well, it's for others to see. It's not just he. But it's also the light that he holds up, the lantern. Everybody can see a lantern, you know. Reminds me almost, to some extent, where we live. We live in an absolutely beautiful part of the world. And there's this, maybe we'll have to find a bit of B-roll for it. There's the light on top of Mohonk Mountain.
Oh, Skytop, yeah?
Skytop, yeah. And it's got this light at night that stands out. And that's quite... It's quite beautiful because this is like, you know, it's a beacon of hope. It's a beacon of something. So yes, this light is the light of, he's holding it up for others. And his eyes are definitely closed because this again it means go within, focus on what lies within.
And he has his hood up covering his head, and I think that's important too, that he is kind of protecting some of that knowledge that he's gained.
He's a very, very wise man, and he's not. He's obviously, his wisdom is a gift of age. He's obviously not a young man, as you can see. He's not in the first flush of youth here, but he's gained much wisdom, and he's got this very simple. It's not overly ornate.
Well, he's
staff.
got a really cool staff, yeah.
But it commands with it great authority, almost like, if you will, within the craft of summoner's staff, you know, but it's a summoner's staff as opposed to, you know, the fancy high priest staff or whatever, you know. This is like there's a deepness to it. There's this ability to be able to move between the worlds,
guide people, absolutely, yeah.
Exactly. To direct
that's what I'm saying,
and focus energy.
He's walked that center path so long.
Oh yes. Yeah. But I love the fact that the grey colours, I mean, it's almost the sky is that battleship grey, and he himself is wearing a grey robe. And it very much is about saying, this is not about notice me. This is about, you know, not everything is absolutely black and white, where we, you know, I think we'll be coming up to it fairly soon, or have we done it? You know, we've done it already, the Chariot, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my brain. That's Boolean, black and white. Not so much here. We have this beautiful.
It's a little grey area. I think you need to try and figure out what you're gonna do.
This is really coming across with that wisdom. Not everything is exactly as it appears, nor is it necessarily otherwise.
And in many other decks, I've seen that the staff has a snake's head on it, which again is kind of giving the information to be used for transformation, right? Because snake sheds its skin.
I do like this card. I think it's very simple, but it speaks volumes.
I love when I get it in a reading because it's indicative of some aha moments, you know.
Yes, great wisdom if you'll go within. And I often find this personally, this is just me, your results, your mileage may vary, but there's 3 cards in the deck that also have the 3 pyramids with them. If they come up in close association with the Hermit, I know damn well I'm dealing with an old soul.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody
I'm dealing
has
with
the
an
wisdom
old soul.
of Hermes, or the wisdom of the ages.
The wisdom of the ages.
Or is possibly the Merlin. Absolutely.
So yes, I love this card. It's a very humbling card. It's not pretentious in any way, but it has with great wisdom.
I can hear Charlotte making a
ruckus
out in the hall.
Well, you know, cats can see things we can't.
We may have summoned the Merlin.
So yeah,
the summoner himself.
Yes, we've summoned the summoner. Ooh. What you going to do with that?
But again, I use this as a Virgo card, so you can use it for Virgo time of year, Virgo personality, or an actual Virgo person. And it's about making a decision.
It is. But trusting yourself, trusting your innate wisdom. You know, if you're somebody who second guesses yourself, this is a good card to say, come on,
time to
go
pick
back.
One or the other.
Just go
time
back
to
within.
go for it. Time to have faith in yourself, and time to open yourself to learning.
Love it. Love this card. It's a great card. It really is, and hopefully that's given you some insight. See within. You see where I was going with that? But dad jokes my speciality.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll catch you next week for Tarot
Talk. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. And new video coming really soon. Bye for now.
Thanks. Bye.